Yeah. Right, yes. We made some progress last time, didn't we? I wonder if we can get the drink now. Get the sword fixed. We'll give it a go. How's everyone's Friday going, by the way? Oh.
A tankard of wine?
Oh.
At least I wonder why it's pitting the metal in the tankard.
Well, we've already got that, so that's good.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes? What is it? Haven't got all day. We dwarf swordsmiths lead a busy life.
Well, would you tune up this sword for me?
Cool. So, what have we got off my list? Still need camouflage, whatever that is. In the context of this silliness. Let's see. Let's save.
That doesn't... Ah, this will be a black robe with a hood. Wish it didn't smell so funny.
Oh dear.
That doesn't...
We meet.
Oh,
Yes,
stop! What's huge and...
my mother.
97?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh. Well, that sort of...
Now, have...
Oh, look! Little dots. Little dots with scales and big long tails.
Okay. Still not sure how to get past this bloke. Well, that did not work.
We meet.
Oh, it's
Yes,
Stop!
okay. Can't get close enough to actually use items on him.
Oh, look!
Hmm. %, same falling sound. Hey, Unix. How are you? Hey, Elliot. How are you? I'm super stuck. Fancy graphic, yeah. I wish I knew what to do. Guy does not like us being near him.
Small bloomers. About my size, actually. Sort of soft and silky. What a strangely liberating thought.
Hmm.
It's that monk again. Look, he's found a new robe.
No worries. Hope it goes well. Hmm.
Lo, behold the majesty of those tall, pointy stone things. That doesn't work.
Wait, what?
Lo, behold the majesty of those tall, pointy stone things. Lo,
just makes them in
behold the
focus.
majesty of those tall, pointy stone things.
Okay. Weird.
That-
Yeah, of course it doesn't. Hmm. Well, whatever it is we need to do, I think it's an Amortborg, I guess.
So tell me, what would be the odds of me slaying a dragon if I had a sword that went ting, and if I had a birthmark, and if I had a moustache, and if I recited a magic spell?
Ah, now that's an easy one. I would reckon it's about 700,000 to 1.
Playing around with Windows 10 and can consistently make Windows search crash. Googling it, it seems there's an issue since an update in December. I don't know what a heap corruption error is. Also, why would you have Windows search turned on? I have all of like the index search and Cortana and that turned off. Also, there's a
I already have one of those.
oh, it's the firecrackers.
Crackers? That's gunpowder.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a registry value you can access in the administrative policies editor that just completely disables user account control. Hey Tino, I'm really stuck. I have no idea what to do, and I'm adverse to just checking the hint book. Well, the hint PDF text file, whatever it is. Heap corruption occurs when a program damages the allocator's view of the heap. The outcome can be relatively benign and can cause memory leak. Or maybe it's fatal and causes a memory fault. Hint trojan.exe, thanks to you. Let's have a look at our items. Well, that seems like a simple fix. Why have they not fixed that yet? Bizarre. Very bizarre. I don't know how to get rid of that guy. Also, I don't even know why we need to go there. It was just a location we uncovered. Oh, welcome in. Oh, I don't even know how you would start pronouncing that. Mikutik? Mikutzel. Miquixel? Mikutzel. Z? Zil. Well, welcome in anyway. No tarara boom GA. Microsoft both know that they'll fix it in 8 months and leave no patch notes about what got fixed. Because, yeah. You know what? I bet they have huge internal change notes to keep track of what they've done. It's just, I bet you it's formatted poorly with lots of swearing, so they don't release it. I don't know what to do. Is this the bit where I walk around using stuff on everything? Ah, Space Quest 4 reference.
That does. That do. That do. Now there's something you don't see every day, a purple stuffed donkey kind of thing-a-me. Yeah. Well, this...
That's true. Oh, the rubber belt might work, like a bungee cord? Try that. Cool. No. Come on, luggage. Get out of the exit.
That doesn't work. That doesn't... That doesn't...
Okay, apparently that doesn't work. No, he's just going to chuck us off again. No bungee jumping.
Little dots.
I almost assumed that with this bit here where he climbs up and he takes the fish out of his jacket, that it was going to be a Python reference and we were going to smack him off the bridge with the fish. But no, he just chucks it. I played this when I was a child, and I don't remember if I finished it. But I think I must have. Now, we've got some stuff on here. We could do the secret handshake. We try that. Nah, he's just going to chuck us off again. But yeah, no, I'm at the point where I totally will take hints. Hints and backseated welcome. I just want to get this finished.
Oh, look, little...
Okay. Well, we pinched his clothes last time by making it rain on him, and to do that we used a butterfly in L space, but it won't let us pick up butterflies anymore, and also L space has been shut off, so...
It's that monk again. Look, he's found a new robe.
Pants him. He's wearing a robe, but we've got some bloomers. We can't click on him. The only other thing we can interact with is a bridge. So something slippery like a banana. Eat this banana, Windswind. No, where are you going? Come back.
That doesn't...
But we could give the banana to the librarian and see if he eats it, and maybe that'll give us a maybe that'll give us a banana peel. Suppose it's worth a try. I don't think we've got anything else slippy though. Touch bum. I think I'm the most bum-like character in this game. There's nothing in the palace. Nothing in the university. Oh, well, let's try my idea. Let's go to the librarian, see if he'll eat this banana and give us a banana's peel. Is it really that moon logic-y? Need a man to slip on a bridge, so banana peel? Seems unlikely.
Excuse me, do you have the book Recognimento's Never-Failing Guide to Dragon Summonation?
Oh.
Oh, stolen? But that's... Oh, exactly.
Well, that just used up our banana.
That spell still... That does... That spell...
Rip banana.
Handy thing, that.
Right, so L space is gone. Got the exit out. Okay, we can't interact with the butterfly, so it's like it's not there. Why are you sad now?
Absolutely no desire. Here, dog. Poetic, isn't it? No.
I can't shift it. Right.
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
My twin what?
Oh, good looks must run.
Oh, maybe the boogeyman that we've, like, given confidence to? Maybe he'll scare him for us. Yeah, so, let's do a comparison. My list might be out of date. All the things that we need to be a hero are a magic amulet, a mustache. Wait on a minute, let's put all of these on.
So tell me, if I was wearing a black mask.
Now you mention it, I do know that. That one. must be 1,150,000 to 1.
So tell me, if I if
I'd say
Hey, Leather.
1,025,000 to 1.
We need to get it to land on just the right number, which is 1,000,000 to 1. That's how odds work, apparently. So if we ignore the camouflage and the... Wait.
So tell me, what would be the odds of if I and
Tricky. Very tricky. Now, that one just...
Not quite enough.
so if I if I recite
And?
if I
Now you mention it, I do know that. That one must...
Right.
so tell if I
That one's tricky. I'd say...
Hmm.
so tell me if I will if
Now you...
Odds even less.
so tell me what would be the odds if I if
It's 975,000 to 1.
That was everything but the mask, wasn't it? Yeah.
if I were wearing a
Give me a moment to reflect on that one. That one
Oh,
must
almost.
be 1,050,000 to 1.
Oh, I was.
so
Tricky. Very tricky. That one must...
Right, you can hit escape and it doesn't say and loads. That's nice. No, but they don't. Doesn't seem to work as quite as easily as that. Look.
if I will
That one's... I would reckon...
Now, if we do both of these,
so tell me what would
Now you mention it. That would have...
so just the moustache.
if I had
That one's tricky. That one must be 200,000
Oh, do they add together?
to 1.
That's just 200,000.
so tell me what would
That I would reckon... it's
Okay,
about-
no, so those two do add together to make 350. Let's see.
so tell me what would be the if I will
Carrot? That would have to
Okay,
be...
so that they do add up. Yes, that is Corporal Carrot, yeah. It's math! Right. Ah, okay, so we gotta write down what everything's worth. Let me get me list. And we're gonna put them in the right order as well. Amulet. Mustache. Tattoo. Mask. Pouch. Bell. Camo. And sword. Right, so we know the amulet's 150,000. The mustache is 200,000. What's the tat?
so tell
No doubt about it.
Ah, I skipped it too many times. Just the tat.
so tell me what
World's
would be the
tallest
odds of
dwarf
me
he is.
slaying
Wasn't he
a dragon
adopted?
if I had a birthmark
Funny thing, but I just happen to know that one. I reckon that would be 75,000 to 1.
Okay.
So tell me, what...
Funny thing, but I just happen to know that one. I'd say it's 100,000 to 1.
So tell me, what would be the odds of me slaying a dragon if I was wearing a posing pouch?
Now you mention it, I do know that. That would have to be 50,000 to 1.
So tell me, what if I were wearing...
No doubt about it. That would have to be 1,100,000 to 1.
Okay, so everything but the pouch and the mask should be the right number. If it works as intended.
So tell me, if I were wearing a magic towel...
Carrot, you're the expert on that one.
Hey,
Now you're
Nikos.
talking. The odds against that
There we go.
are exactly 1,000,000 to 1. But then again, it may just work.
Yeah, we go. So we don't need the pouch. And we don't need the mask. So, we've got the sword. And the spell. And the moustache and the tattoo. So we need camouflage and a magic amulet. Math! Quick math. Right, let's go to the broken drum and talk to the boogeyman. Where the camel's at. Yeah, he looks kind of dwarfish, doesn't he? The guy in the tower. The guy who's asleep. Right. Can we take the mouse? No.
Hello again.
So, how did we do?
Well, he put up quite a fight.
A terrible fight?
Well,
Ferocious? How does a half-starved
he squeaked at me.
Squeaked? Just squeaked?
Well, it was the way he squeaked. Puts the wind up you know. Mouse bites can infect. I read it somewhere. Some fella's arm rotted.
You can't be infected.
Still,
Yeah, right.
you don't think he's going to...
That doesn't... Ho, ho and ha. What it is to laugh. Ho, ho and ha. That doesn't... Ho, ho...
Oh, I see. They were the eyes. The mouse eyes. They were on cards hanging from the roof. Right, so the boogeyman's kind of useless then. Hey, Kitty Cost. Yes, this is Discworld. I'm a bit stuck. We've managed to get the sword that goes ting, and we've managed to work out what the other items we need are. There's 3 in total, isn't there? There's Discworld, Discworld 2 Missing Presumed, and Discworld Noir. Yeah, same. It's everyone's problem is like, I remember this, but I don't remember this. Right. Where would we get camo from? Camouflage. Or camouflage, as Carrot called it. Let's go back to the square. Maybe we can talk to some people about what we need to do.
It's him. What's his face?
Him?
It's 100.
Have any of you chaps seen any magic talismans about the place at all?
What, like the
Right.
Eye of Offla?
Don't be ridiculous. Only a maniac would try to steal the Eye of Offla.
Yeah, of course. Still, if one was going to steal it,
It's in the secret temple of
Yes,
Offla.
it's based on my
Certain
emotes.
death for any man who enters.
The original drawing was done by my
a bit
wife.
too much to hope for anything else.
It was
actually.
taking the
Do you
piss,
know where
and I was
this
like, "That's
secret
brilliant.
temple might be?
I'll
It's
turn that into
secret.
emotes."
How could you have a secret temple if everybody knows
And then
where
I turned it
is?
into this
So who does
happy
know
head
where
thing.
it is?
Only the bravest, most fantastic adventurer of all time could possibly stand a chance of finding out.
Well, we know where it is.
What can you tell me?
Heroes,
Yes,
Well,
Did they say anything relevant?
it's
I wasn't really paying attention.
have any of you chaps?
what,
Have any?
like
don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. Still,
It's in the secret temple of Offla.
of course, a bit too much to hope for anything
Leather,
else.
that's so
Do you know
kind.
where the
Thank you very
secret
much.
Temple might be.
It's secret. How could you have a secret temple if everybody knows where it is?
So who does know where it is?
Leather
only the
Mushroom
bravest,
just subscribed.
Most fantastic
Thank
adventurer
you.
of all time could possibly stand a chance of finding out.
Thank you. Right, so they just say you need to be the bravest adventurer of all time to find out, and we already found out where it is. Thank you, Unix. I'm waiting for like an external keypad thing to come so I can control the VTuber thing just for lulz. So I want to do one of like, you know, drinking a cup of tea or, you know, smoking a pipe or something. um.
Hey,
So,
I have absolutely. Hello again.
Flint.
Hey,
My name's Flint.
No, we don't need to be in here.
this is what comes of holding low aspirations. That doesn't. DUI? Donkey under influence? Well, I never. You seem a likely candidate to ask.
here? Well, no point.
Well,
Always muscular.
Mr.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Well, there's your birthmark.
Look, I'd really don't. Well,
We need some help.
it's a man's life in the City Watch. Vacancies for trolls, dwarves, gnomes, and undead. Be a man in the City Watch. Coffin for sale. Make money in your spare time. Apply to Ankh-Morpork City Mint, Outworkers Department. Ah, no. Still. That. I do so enjoy. I do.
Maybe we've missed something?
This isn't. I wonder where that mason went. That. That does.
Come on, luggage.
That doesn't... Ah, a bag of thieves' tools. That doesn't... Ah,
Did we already pinch them? I feel like a bag of thieves' tools would be great. I know we've got the screwdriver already. I think that's where the screwdriver came from, isn't it? Out the thieves' tool. And the dagger. Oh, a knife.
amazing what the home decorator can do with a few rags, a few scraps of wood, and a couple of hundred parasitic insects. That do- That... Ah!
Mmm. Any suggestions? We go talk to Parrot, I suppose, and ask him about the camouflage.
So, you're...
A dwarf, don't let the hype...
Look, I haven't...
You haven't done it.
You're all warrior. So, do you know anything about...
That's me.
Well, I'll just... Evening all.
Now, no.
What for?
Like paragraph.
Look, I'm not...
Excited?
What?
Okay, this is the
Well,
original
not a lot.
conversation.
Oh!
See, no.
Oh! No.
No, 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 no.
Well, I'll just move along then, shall I? Fine.
Makes him see else.
Obviously the commander of the guards. I have absolutely no...
Hmm.
That... do- That... do- It's one of those new... One... A sword that goes... Ah, wish it didn't... Small pattern for a strange... That... do- That... That... do- That... 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 That...
As if you just pull the rug out from under him. I was wondering how they were gonna. Yep.
Get off! No! No! Respect! Respect! I talk to your god!
Respect, I say!
I think we got him. And someone got him. Okay. Well, thanks, Carpet. I'm saving that. Well, we got the bandana. And then we're going to use the scissors on the bandana?
That does.
Really?
That does.
You can't cut eye holes
That does. That.
in the bandana.
They're very comfortable. I think everyone will be wearing them soon. That.
Why not? Why can I not cut eye holes in the blindfold? Oh well.
A hat and a whip. So that's what happened to him.
Where's the whip?
Devious. Did you get the number of that Yankee cot? That doesn't work. Temple Restoration Fund. Leave valuables here before entering. I don't like the sound of this.
We don't really have anything valuable, do we?
Deadly looking pathway full of traps, pitfalls and tripwires, and the edges need trimming. I'd rather not see what happens.
Okay, hence the blindfold. But we need something else.
That... Now that has to hurt. I wonder what happened to those play testers. That does... Nasty. Dastardly. Devious. Interesting. Diabolical. That does... Interesting. Grisly. Diabolical. That doesn't work. Deadly looking pathway full of traps, pitfalls and tripwires, and the edges need trimming. Devious. Nasty. Grisly. That... That does...
I think I broke the game. No? What's happening? It's like stuck in an idle animation. It's not giving me back control. Damn, playtesters didn't finish testing this room. Oh. The hammer's gone. I pressed escape. I think I broke it. Yep. Oh, we broke it. Yeah, pause don't work. Load don't work. They didn't plan you getting this far. Indeed. Yeah, the game's stuck in a logic loop. Right. Good job we saved it just outside. Oh.
That temple, I don't know how to say. A hat of devious.
That hammer's a bit buggy.
Did you get the number of that donkey cot? That does.
Yeah, using things on the hammer makes it not work. Okay. And now we know not to try that again. God damn it. Now, was one of the potions that Nanny Og had like a luck potion or an invincibility potion or something? If at first you don't succeed, do exactly the same thing, expecting different results. Yep. Bum bum, bum bum, bum 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 bum, ba-dum. Just Fridays because you know. Because I look like this. Oh, you know, this is better. Right. Load game. Load this game. Let's go inside the temple again. And I'm going to trigger the hammer once, just in case it changes anything.
Did you get the...
Grab the bandana. Look at this.
temple? I don't know how to say.
Look at that.
So that's...
Look at this.
Now that has to... I wonder what happened.
And now we're going to save. Okay, we're going to go double click here.
I'd rather not see what happens.
So have we got like something to put on our head?
That does. I hope that leash isn't flammable. That does. I'd rather not see what happens.
Right, so we've gone a few steps forward and now we're stuck.
Interesting.
The only thing he says any different is about the plunger, which is interesting, but that does not look like an item that can be taken. Hmm.
That doesn't work. Nasty. Ah, yes, well, it doesn't look so far away.
Hmm.
That do- At least I hope it's only been used for holding water.
Oh no, it's so hard. So is it going to do the same thing again?
I'd rather not see.
Whom? We don't get to keep the arrow. No. Okay. Ah. We've got a guide dog now. As if that was the solution, okay. One in his butt as well. Haha. Nice one, okay. Is this so? I'm assuming. On a minute. Sand
That does.
bag of sand. We're going to do an Indiana Jones. Hence the the reference on the hat stand. Have we got a paper bag? Sure, we had a paper bag full of leeches. We don't have a paper bag anymore. Oh no.
Well, it's either sand or yet another victim.
Alright, let's see what happens if we try and take it.
That doesn't work. Well, if that thing's supposed to be the size of a pigeon's egg, I'd hate to see the pigeon.
Oh, okay. Egg.
That doesn't. That does. That.
Hmm.
This all seems hauntingly familiar.
Indeed.
That doesn't... Well, it's either...
Hmm.
That doesn't... That do... That do... That...
Hey, Trance. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I need a way to control it first, though. Problem with video tube, whatever it's called, Mini, the program I'm using, is it's made in Unity, so it doesn't like auto hotkey triggers. So like the deck program I use doesn't work because that uses virtual key presses. It needs actual hardware access. So I've got like a little external keypad come in. I'm going to use that to change scenes. Well, not the scenes, but change like the mode that the VTuber's in. Because I've got a few modes set up, but I have to manually do it. So one sec. So there's this one, which is the default one, which is like bah. There's this one, which is like more intense, big mouth. Bah. And then there's Doom eyebrows. There's using the blinking state though, so it's not really very consistent. It sort of just quickly glances rather than doing the proper look left, look right. But yeah, accessories is a great idea. Well, we definitely need a pouch, right? A bag or a pouch or something. I wonder if that was the clue. I wonder if we need to put all the money out of our money pouch.
I'd rather not see what happens.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't...
Okay, now it only works to get here, I guess. How are you this Friday, Trance?
That doesn't work. That doesn't... The problem is not so much having the pouch as having the fillings.
So is it empty? Ah, okay.
That doesn't...
Okay, cool. We got the amulet. That's all the things, isn't it? No, we still need camo.
There seems to be someone's face drawn all over this sheet. Or maybe it's just soiled.
Is that all the things? Don't really know what we could use for camo.
Well, if that thing's supposed to be the size of a pigeon's egg, I'd hate to see the pigeon.
That doesn't work. I only get placed back on my end with a plus 60 dB boost. Oh, Zach, I can see if I can make a clean thing for you to capture from. Sound. Let's just turn the music off.
That doesn't work. That doesn't work. A bit, well...
There you go.
I'd rather not. A massive... Yet some...
Well, I'm not quite sure what to do now. Luggage. Thank you. No, can't trim the statue.
Well, I suppose when you're this...
Oh, hello again. You're at the hairdresser's.
That doesn't... Good grief.
I have a feeling we need that molten pile, which means we need that key. Oh no.
I'm Lady Doom.
Eh?
Well,
It does? What does it do?
Well, it does the dirty, the doo-doos, I mean. It can be dodgy, ducking doo-doos. If there's any carbon on your feet, you could be history. And geography. Dragon droppings are rather unstable, even explosive. That's what the boots are for. Can't go tracking this sort of thing in the house. It eats through the rugs. And the foundations, actually.
Oh, yes, yes. I'll be careful.
Some sort of constable, are you? Well, you're...
No.
Ah, dragon...
Run that...
Oh, well, I've just...
We've read done
Next
all
time.
these.
Well, Quite a Nigel. Tecumseh Farrow. Please. Good grief, it's sizzling.
Hmm.
That's the second largest woman. I wonder if wood is really the wisest thing to make dragon cages out of.
E. For some reason, my phone keeps disconnecting from the chat and reconnecting, so I hope I haven't missed any chat. He's nice to the ill dragons. Hmm. No, not really anything going on there. Alright, time for a hint. Let's see. Act 3. Okay, we've done all this. That's good. Okay. Huh. Well, we've missed something. Oh, okay. I've discovered the one thing we missed. I don't feel too bad for getting the hint on this one, because I had the right idea earlier, but I didn't really know how to do it. And also, the solution makes 0 sense, so... We missed the camo, which is what I knew, and of course, it's not, like, it doesn't really make any sense, right? I suppose what we're disguising ourselves as is somebody who's burnt to a crisp. This has not really been stated. And also, the thing that we need to get this off only kind of makes sense in a kind of Moon Logic-y way. Come on, luggage. You. So, this is what the spatula's for, because obviously you use a spatula to get burnt stuff off a pan. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think that's all the things.
What are you lot doing here?
Us? Nothing.
Yes, you are. You're all here waiting for something.
Programs, get your souvenir
Oh, no.
programs. Only 1 penny each, and I'm cutting my own throat.
What's that lady doing lashed to that rock?
Reserved seating.
I thought you said nothing was going on.
Well, it isn't, but if anything does happen,
Oh,
then
there's
she's
Terry
got
Pratchett.
a front row seat. Help!
He's got a
She
money
said
pouch.
help.
No, she didn't. She said whelp. She's calling for puppies.
Give me one of those damn programs. Opening act, grand fanfare and dancing girls. The amazing Bendable sisters will perform amusing novelty acts.
Should be worth seeing.
Followed by Lady Ramkin will be offered as a sacrifice to appease the mighty dragon. Main attraction hero roast, sausage sizzle to follow, if wet, in the town hall.
Help! Don't worry. We're pretty certain a hero's going to turn up.
Where? When? Are you sure?
Oh, there's no stopping the buggers. That's what we're here for. And if it doesn't work out, there's always the sausages.
Well, now that dragon can meet its doom at last. Little did it expect that it would meet up with a true hero.
Ooh, a hero? Who?
Me.
So you found all the bits you need then?
Yes, now I finally have the power. I'm a hero at last.
I still say it's going to be 1,000,000 to 1 against you killing it.
Never! What can a dragon possibly have to match my wits, my cunning, my majestic pointy hat? Why, the creature's nothing but a lizard with big ideas. Just a scaly, bloated, cowardly...
Ahem.
It was him.
I said I'd leave you until last.
Go for it, lad. Hit it in the vulnerables.
Shush! Look, Mr. Dragon, why don't we just come to some sort of agreement? I mean, I am a hero. Heroes win, well-known fact. On the other hand, in a sensible universe, the actual chances of my harming you are about...
1,000,000 to 1?
Yes, that's it. So, in the interests of promoting mutually beneficial relations, why don't you push off and bother another city? Thank you very much. No hard feelings. Case dismissed.
You feel this is the best course of action for the overall promotion of positive experience, which is to say, enjoyment and well-being?
exactly?
Because if the day ends with one of us dead, then the negative experience of the loser will cancel out the positive experience of the victor?
Yes, that's it exactly. Yes?
I think I'm going to eat you anyway.
Boo!
Was it something I said?
No, it's just that I hate philosophers. Sorry.
Well, in that case, take this. Sturcus mortuus sum. Sturcus mortuus sum. Sturcus mortuus sum.
Missed me by that much.
We found the last thing, and the sword turned into a cruise missile.
Well, that was one chance in a million.
Right, that's it. I've had enough of you.
What happened to the philosophy?
I'll give you something to think about.
I'll be here.
I'll be back. That wasn't a bad line.
Oh good, there's an Act 4. We're nowhere near done. Oh good lord.
Mission complete.
I wish it was complete. It's far from complete. Right. What? No, what am I supposed to do now? Is it a heat-seeking missile? I'm sure we learned something from Lady Rampkin about the diet of the dragon's thing making hotter flames or something. So if the sword has turned into a heat-seeking missile, we need to make the dragon's breath as hot as possible by giving it something spicy to eat.
No.
So if we need the key, it's on Lady Rampkin, right? So we're going to go back to the square, even though we just left the square? Okay. Maybe we're on the right track. Maybe. So, just go back to the square and see what happens. Strange man. Oop! Don't click on the strange man.
Redmond herring. Props, blinds and double blinds. Eh? What? So you're the one that's been behind all this stuff?
That's me, sir. Redmond Herring, supplier of plot modifiers and moderators to the gentry, sir.
Plot modifiers and moderators? You mean false clues, tedious in-jokes, that kind of thing?
That's the stuff, sir. We look upon our service as proving all those things which make up the true essence of a story.
What, you mean complicating the plot so that the poor stupid protagonist wastes half his time on false leads?
Yes. The technical term, I believe, is padding. I mean, can you imagine what your day would have been like without us, sir?
Funnily enough, I believe I can. Excellent. Well, good to have met you. By the way, you dropped this.
Oh, this isn't mine, sir. This is just a piece of paper that says monkey.
We'll just call that one on account, shall we?
Let's talk to Terry.
That doesn't work. A great churning, gibbering mass of humanity. Well, close enough to humanity not to excite interest from anyone except a biologist.
Ah. Can't talk to him.
A great... Well,
I like how happy he is. Oh, this rock. The pathfinding on the rock.
I have absolutely... That's an umpire's chair. Here, what's going on?
Hmm. There's definitely some people in this crowd I've not seen before. I'm wondering if they're from they're programmers or people who worked on the game. Anyway, big rock.
I have absolutely... A maiden in distress. Well, technically a maiden anyway. If we rescue her, I think we'll just give the kiss thing a bit of a miss. I have absolutely...
Yep. Back to this Dragon Century. Vimes will kick you in the hiney. Did you watch the adaptation of whatever it was called? Was it called Night Watch or the Guards or something? City Watch? I can't remember what it was called. Was it called the Night Watch? It was alright. It was odd. It was like a strange, like less fantasy Discworld. No, not Hogfather. It was an adaptation of the Vimes story. It was like a series about the Watch, but it was like odd, and it was sort of like modern. Like it was like a Discworld that had been like overly influenced by our stuff. You know, the wizards do weird stuff, and our appliances keep turning up in the Discworld. They sort of lent heavily on that for its like aesthetic. So it was like a weird mixture of fantasy and modern. I think it was like produced by Harry Pratchett's daughter. You know, the games journalist, who I guess is now a writer. He.
That doesn't work. Good grief, it's... That doesn't work. That doesn't...
So what, it's all over our shoes now? I don't really get it.
That doesn't...
Yeah. So I think it was a long process in the sense she had to probably like wrangle with a lot of American TV execs to make it what it was supposed to be.
That doesn't... Good grief, it's...
A lot of people on the internet saying it's divisive, but I enjoyed it, so, you know, to each their own, I suppose. It was like an interpretation, right? It wasn't on the same lines as, like, what you'd expect from a Discworld adaptation, so it wasn't like the HBO ones, like The Hogfather or Colour of Magic or, Going Postal. But it was still good. I enjoyed it. I don't know what to do. Prunes?
That does...
Well, we got it on our shoes. I don't know what that means.
That does...
Ah. Obviously. Is he like a gun? Hey, so we've got a Bomb Dragon we can use as a gun. Okay. I think we got this now. Oh, yeah. Which one's... In which one? I don't know who Charles Dance is off the top of my head, but the guy who played Veterinary in Going Postal was brilliant as well. I loved his Door to Nowhere. Let's go to Blacksmiths. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's brilliant. But the guy who played Veterinary in the City Watch adaptation was also good. Different guy, but also I think he got the memo, like, on who Veterinary is. He's not an angry man or a spiteful man, just a pragmatic one. A scarily pragmatic one. Come on, luggage. In your own time. It's... Oh, he's called it.
Now this is a real weapon. All it needs is some ammunition.
It's called M16, Rambo 16, the 16th.
Now this is a...
Wait, so is he loaded now, I guess? That's a good description. Okay. Now, I don't know why we did that. Did we fill him for hot coals? It seems dangerous. It's completely unnecessary for this game to have an Act 4, by the way, because it's like 2 minutes long. Right, now we're going to the Darkwood. And was Nanny Ogg cooking something? Spicy? Maybe?
Empty. That doesn't...
Wait, has he just eaten a cauldron?
Now this is a...
I don't understand. I think maybe they dropped the ball at the end of this production of this game. It's like, how do we finish this? It's an odd game, this. It's very polished for, like, most of it, and then the end is just a bit unpolished. Wait, what now? Ah. Okay. Where the bloody hell's the dragon? In the barn again? Do we have to go get the dragon? Oh, no. Okay, it's automatically done it, I think.
Not you again. Can't you leave a monster in peace to eat?
Aha! Hasta la vista! Eat hot smoking death, reptilian trash!
Is that a swamp dragon in your hands? Or are you just pleased to see me?
This is an M16, the world's most powerful swamp dragon. It can blow your head clean off. You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Well, now Mambo gets a date, I guess.
Oh my, my, my.
Seems so jarring.
Oh, so that's why it doesn't have any vulnerables. It's a girl.
A female?
On heat, too. They always get stroppy when they're feeling a little, overheated.
Good grief.
By Mother's hand warmers.
This clicky is going to make me a fortune.
It's hardly suitable for public viewing.
Well, you go up there and tell them. Anyway, it has artistic integrity.
He's got an interesting seductive technique.
Lots of energy anyway.
Pub, anyone?
Why not?
The end. Question mark? No. The end.
Ah, sorry. The horse threw a shoe. I had to see about a shipwreck. My scythe went bloody. Oh, there was a terrible earthquake. The map got lost. My road didn't come back from the cleaners. There was a sudden plague. It's not my fault. Oh, bugger.
Thank you. We did it. A successful finish it Friday. We finished a game I started streaming 3 years ago. No, I think it was like 2.5 years ago. You know. Time flies. There's no credits music. Just silence. Huzzah. We did it. Yay. Do do do. That's the start of a new game. Now we are done. Well, that was Discworld 1. Maybe we could start Discworld 2 at some point.